Good morning. Good morning, students. Today, I'm going to discuss the two equations, very famous equations, that is time dependent Schrodinger equations and time independent Schrodinger equations in the quantum mechanics. I'm Dr. Sundaresh, yes, Associate Professor of Physics, Vijaya College, RV Road, Basangadi, Bangalore. Often in the street, we see youth with these t-shirts, these Schrodinger equations, a cat in a box. How is your cat? And again, recently I saw this type of printers in the t-shirts, dead or alive. And what is this Schrodinger cat with that equations? Schrodinger is an Austrian physicist. In 1935, he did a very extensive research in quantum mechanics. Not only that, he used to do a lot of equations, and that was a time a lot of confusion over the physics, classical mechanics and quantum mechanics and all that, and a lot of dispute was among the scientists, and they started mixing. He used to ask the question with his friends: Does God exist? Is there any parallel universe? All this are it looks nonsense for among the friends, and he studied and analyzed very deep into this quantum mechanics. In fact, he used to tell this cat, what is that, Schrodinger cat. His concept is this: take a cat, put it in a box, close it, and there are different stories. Either put a detonate or gas and all that. Put it for some time, and after some 1 or 2 hours, if you ask the cat exist, it is there, dead or alive. Can you correctly answer? What answer you can give? It is 50% chance. It is really we have to pity the cat. No blue cross for that time, and majority of the scientists pity on this for the scientist also. And the later he did that the equations only one page. See this, that's all. Such a small this paper contained all the concepts, and we used to what is that write a lot of derivations on that. But anyway, this paper was known and bothered, and he is fed up with this with research, and he shifted his research to biology, and he never came back to physics at all. But what all these concepts, whatever he did, all this, it is very excellent, and soul searching is there, and deep meaning was there, and even much appreciated by a lot of scientists. And it has become like how we discuss the Einstein or Newton, same prestige he got Schrodinger among the postgraduate level and high scientific communities. There are different cartoons you can see in future, and majority of the movies like Back to the Futures, Entanglement, and even recently the Superman. One Superman, Superwoman, they come in two different universes and they fight. All the things are based on this quantum mechanics. Therefore, anyway, coming back to our subject, that is for exam point, we have to do these two equation, time dependent equations and time independent equations, right? Consider a plane wave. Consider a plane wave traveling along the x direction, right? Electron maybe it's a wave, because according to de Broglie equation, their concept, electron, it has a mass as well as the particle character as well as wave character. Electron is traveling along x direction, and this wave with the frequency nu and the wavelength and a standard velocity. Then what is the angular frequency? Angular frequency is equal to, see, angular frequency pu level what? Angle divided by time, radian per second. That is, what is the maximum angle for one rotation? 2 pi. Time taken for one rotation is period. That is 2 pi by 1 by period is frequency. For higher frequency, we write nu. That is 2 pi by 1 by nu or 2 pi nu. Therefore, angular frequency is equal to 2 pi nu. You know this. Then what is propagation constant? Propagation constant is k. K is equal to 2 pi by lambda. Okay. Now, according to Einstein, what is that? Any wave equation, equation of a wave or any wave or a disturbance is a function of space and time. I am going to confine only with x-axis, that is x, y, z. I am not taking x-axis. Therefore, a wave, the disturbance is represented by a e to the power of minus I omega t minus kx, where omega is equal to, what is that? Angular frequency. K is what? Propagation constant. This is the one-dimensional equation. This is one-dimensional equation. Now, according to Planck's law, E is equal to h nu. This is the Planck's law, right? Therefore, nu is equal to E by h. Know this. But angular frequency is what? Angular frequency is equal to 2 pi nu, is it not? You put this here. Therefore, 2 pi E by h. Then bring this down. Therefore, E by h by 2 pi. Now I am going to write h by 2 pi is equal to h bar in a short. Therefore, what you got? Omega is equal to E by h bar. See, this you have to remember, like sin 30 half, cos 30 root 3 by 2, like this, our three multiplication table. Just you have to remember hereafter quantum mechanics. These are the basics, right? Omega. Similarly, momentum is what? Mass into velocity, right? Momentum. According to de Broglie equation, momentum along x-axis is equal to what? H by lambda. You know this. I bring this down. Px by h is equal to 1 by lambda. You know this. Then what is propagation constant? Propagation constant is equal to 2 pi by lambda. This is also right. 2 pi by 1 by lambda, isn't it? This 1 by lambda, in place of 1 by lambda, I am going to write k is equal to 2 pi by px by x by h. Then you bring this down. K is equal to px by h by 2 pi, or k is equal to px by h bar. Now what you got? Two things here in this place. First, you have got the equation. This is equation of a wave, and angular frequency is equal to E by h bar, and propagation constant is equal to px by h bar, where h bar is equal to h by 2 pi. In the examination, you can't write all these things. You have to practice. Therefore, this is the first part of time dependent equation. Just see. I'll read out what I did. Time dependent Schrodinger equation. This is the thing for free particle. You have to write this sentence. Consider a particle or a wave function traveling in x direction, positive direction, with the frequency, wavelength and velocity, so that these are all for your working. If you want, you can show the examination, right? See here, sometimes they'll ask for 6 marks or 8 marks. The first part, if you do it, only 2 marks you are going to get it. Okay? The angular frequency, I had did all these things, but you can skip all that. Directly you can write all this. Therefore, equation of a wave can be represented by, just to write equation of wave, don't write represented by and all, don't want. Equation of wave, this much. And it's a one-dimensional wave. unrestricted particle this is, okay. This wave function depends upon space coordinate and time coordinate, and A is some constant. According to quantum theory, E is equal to h nu, Planck constant, right? This whatever I proved, it is there. Just observe. Now you prepare your own notes by saying this. Okay. Next, this is the first part. You have covered only 2 marks now. Next. Here 2 variables. One is space coordinate. Another is time variable. Time variable. Differentiate with respect to time first. We have to leave with the distractions outside. Concentrate on the equation only. Okay. First, this is the first equation. Differentiate with respect to time. Therefore, here A, see, differential coefficient of e to power of x is e to power of x, you know. But differential coefficient of e to power of box is equal to e to power of box into differential coefficient of that box. This is chain rule you have studied in PU. See, don't afraid with the problems. This is the only what PUC mathematics. Though the equation looks so complicated. In half an hour you can finish both the derivations. E to the power of minus I omega t minus kx into differential coefficient of what is it? T, no? You have to be very, very careful with t. Put a flower bracket here. I omega t minus kx. Here what I do? Partial differential, no? This became a constant. For partial differential, you have to write like this. Dou only you have to write it. Therefore, it only differentiate t. This become a constant. Therefore, differential coefficient is minus I omega. What will get? Minus I omega. You understood? Therefore, d psi by dt is equal to what is this quantity? The same quantity is phi, no? Therefore, this is phi minus I omega. Or you bring this side minus I omega psi. Therefore, what you observe from this? Now, I already did what is omega in the first part. Omega is equal to E by h bar, you are done. Okay? Right? And k is equal to what? Px by h bar, we are done. Now I am going to substitute here. Therefore, d psi by dt equal to minus I, what is that? E by h bar psi. Now what? Cross multiply. Therefore, you get h bar by I minus d psi by dt is equal to E psi. Here what I do? Here I am going to multiply numerator denominator by I. What will happen? This becomes what? I square. I square is what? Minus 1. Minus 1 and minus 1 plus 1. Therefore this is plus I h bar d psi by dt is equal to E psi. Therefore now you got the second part. First part you have done. Second part in the examination, if you write this, this is a second equation. Now already you got 4 marks for this. 2 mark plus 2 mark. You know what I did here? First I differentiated with respect to time. Therefore, that only I had done here. See. Same thing I have done. Wave equation, differentiate with respect to time. Okay, this is a chain rule you apply. Then this I substituted again. I got this. You have to do without looking once, stage by stage. Can you follow? See, next I am going to differentiate with respect to space coordinate. Let me see what it is. Here a e to the power of minus I omega t minus kx. I differentiate with respect to space coordinate. First is time. Same chain rule you apply. E to the power of minus I omega t minus kx into what? Differential coefficient of x, not t, with respect to this I omega t minus kx. Now what happens? X is the variable. This becomes constant. Therefore, this fully becomes 0, minus to minus plus. Therefore, this I, what will get? Here this becomes 0 minus k. Minus to minus plus. Therefore, ik. And what about this quantity? This quantity, again psi, but you do one thing, again differentiate. Therefore, d psi by dx, what I got is ik, I got it here, a e to the power of minus I omega t minus kx. I'll do successive differentiate. Differentiate again with respect to x alone. Ik is a constant, a is also constant. Again I am differentiating. Differentiation of e to the power of box is what? E to the power of box into differential coefficient of that box. That box is what? Minus I omega t minus kx. Isn't it? See, now as the same argument, similar argument, this becomes what? Ik. Here one ik, this one ik, join together. This is what? D square psi by dx square is equal to ik the whole square. And what about this quantity? This entire quantity become what? Psi, is it not? This entire quantity becomes what? Psi only. Therefore, psi. This is what? I square and k square. But I square is what? Minus 1 k square. Psi. Okay. Therefore, what I do is this. What about k? K is equal to px by h bar. Therefore, what? K square is equal to px square by h bar square. Just I am going to substitute here. Therefore, what you get? D square psi by dx square is equal to minus k square is what? Px square by h bar square into psi. Therefore, this also you have finished. Again, if you write up to, see, no, not this is not the end. Sorry. Still, you have to do this. You bring this side. You send this minus side, you bring this side. Therefore, what? Px square psi is equal to minus h bar square d square psi by dx square. You have to land up what this is the equation 3. You got this, right? Now here you write the title. See how you would write in the exam. Differentiating. This is the first part. Second part you are doing. Third part is what? Third part. Differentiating with respect to space coordinate. This you have to do twice. Here differentiate once. Here you have to differentiate twice. Again consider the equation. Differentiate with respect to x. E to power of box is same into differential coefficient of the box. Ik, I got it. I bought this thing. Again differentiate again. On the similar argument ik into ik. Then I have done here ik square. K is equal to, you know what is the value. But this is same as 5. I substituted here. I square is minus 1. K you substitute. K is called px by h bar. You substitute here. Then transform. You got the equation. Now, fourth part. Consider a particle of mass that is an electron moving with the velocity, right? It has both kinetic energy plus potential energy. Therefore, total energy of the particle is equal to kinetic energy and potential energy. You know what is kinetic energy? PUC formula of m v square is equal to kinetic energy. Kinetic energy. Suppose transfer this side, mv square is equal to 2ek. Again multiply both sides by m. Here m, here also multiply both sides with m. Then mass into velocity whole square is equal to 2m ek. But mass into velocity is called momentum, isn't it? Momentum is equal to mass into velocity, product of mass and velocity, 2m ek. Therefore, momentum is equal to square root of 2m ek. This is momentum along x-axis, right? Momentum. And what is potential energy? Potential energy is the function of space and time, right? V is the potential energy. Therefore, total energy is equal to kinetic energy and potential energy, right? Here, what I do is kinetic energy I wanted, is it not? Therefore, kinetic energy is equal to what I write? P square divided by 2m, because it's x square. Therefore, total energy is equal to px square by 2m by potential energy V. Now total energy, got it? This is the total energy. Now here, after arriving at, now you have to come back to this first equation. What is the first equation? See here, I'll do it again. A particle, for a particle of mass m moving with the velocity v, then the total energy of the particle is given by kinetic energy plus sum of the kinetic and potential energy, right? You understood? That I got it. That how I got the derivation also here. I done here. But suppose multiply throughout by psi if you can do it off. But anyway, you have you know this equation. Already you have got this equation. Which one? First we have done, first page we have done, isn't it? Do you remember? First page. First part of it. Therefore, in place of energy, you put potential energy plus kinetic energy I substituted here. Then what you have to do? Reverse it. You put this side. Okay? Then I'll put it in a separate paper. So much. See, you know, E psi is equal to I h bar d psi by dt. Here what? Potential energy plus kinetic energy. Potential energy. Kinetic energy and potential energy psi I h bar d psi by dt. I bring this side. Px square 2m multiplied by psi plus v again psi. But from the equation 3, what is the equation 3? We have done px square psi is equal to minus s square d square psi by d x square. We have done, is it not? This is equation 3. We did it, isn't it? That equation, look, we have done the equation 3. That equation you are going to put here. That equation, px, just you are going to see, px psi, see, px psi, where is this? This portion. This portion I am going to substitute this. Therefore, I h bar d psi by dt is equal to 1 by 2m. Pxi is equal to what? Minus h bar square d square psi by dx square plus V psi. Okay. Therefore, I d psi by dt is equal to multiply this minus h bar square 2m d square psi by dx square plus V psi. Actually, this is the final equation, fourth equation. This is a Schrodinger time dependent equation of one dimension for free particle. Okay. Now, if you want to extend it for three dimension, what you have to do here? What? Extend d square psi by dx square, d square psi by dy square, d square psi for dz square. Right? This is same as what? Del square, is it not? Laplacian operator. Can you follow? Therefore, instead of this, I can put here. Okay? I can put here this one, right? This. With this. I'll rewrite it properly. In this place, you have to write here. Now, the final equations. See, suppose you got to see like this: I h bar d psi by dt minus h bar square into 2m. Now, this is also Laplacian operator plus V psi. Sometime now, h bar is equal to h by 2 pi if you substitute h square by whole square, and this become 4 pi square, it become 8, and lot of after doing some transformation you will get this equation. See, but you can stop here only. You can stop here. Look, whatever I have done, I am doing it again. See here. Energy is equal to, you take the second equation. Energy is equal to potential energy plus kinetic energy. Then reverse it. And this place, you put the third equation. You got this. Right? And multiply this inside. Okay, see, sometime h bar is equal to h by 2 pi, you can substitute, whole square become an 8, you can do that way also. Okay, therefore this is a Schrodinger time dependent equations in one dimension for free particles. Okay, extending for three dimension, what? Instead of x square here, y square and z square, Laplacian operator introduced, finally landed up with this. Okay, therefore this particular equation for the 8 mark they'll ask you, but you have to do very slowly, 2-3 times you have to practice. Today like that, in 7 or 8 minutes you can finish it in the examination. Right? This is time independent equation. Right? Sorry, time dependent equation. We have completed this. Now time independent Schrodinger equation we have to do. How to do this? Again, start the same way. Always the first part, whatever you have done, the first part remains same. Same descriptions, you have to do it. Okay. But anyway, see, I'll start with the time independent Schrodinger equation. It's called steady state equation. Steady state equation. First you write, this is a time dependent equation. First you write, time dependent equation is equal to h bar square 2m d square psi by dx square plus v psi. This is the first equation. In the above equation, Potential depends on both space coordinate and time coordinate, right? Suppose if the potential of the system is independent of the time, it is depends on, if the potential does not depends on time, if the potential depends only on space coordinate, then it is called time independent Schrodinger equation. You know that one dimensional equation is equal to, you have done this already, right? Angular frequency kx. This I write it a e to the power of minus I omega t minus minus plus I kx. You know, a to the power of m plus n is what? A to the power of m, a to the power of n. On that basis, I write here a e to the power of minus I omega t into e to the power of minus kx. Now this is a space factor, this is a time factor. I am joining this, I am clubbing this. Then I put it in a simple form. Here it is here this is contain a space factor, this is a time factor. Therefore, the equation can be arrived using separation of variables. That's true, right? Now, what you have to see, you have to derive E is equal to E by H bar, and what is it? Omega k is equal to Px by H bar. You can show that also. Some people, they may not accept, therefore better you write angular frequency is equal to 2 pi nu, E is equal to H nu, nu is equal to E by H, right? This substitute here, 2 pi by E by H, E H by, H by 2 pi, therefore E is equal to H bar, therefore omega is equal to H bar. Similarly, propagation constant is equal to 2 pi by lambda, therefore k by 2 pi k lambda, this is equal to 2 pi by 1 by lambda. According to de Broglie equation, wavelength is equal to what? H by Px or Px is equal to H by lambda, or Px by H is equal to 1 by lambda. This 1 by lambda, if you substitute here, what do you get? K is equal to 2 pi, 1 by lambda is equal to Px by H. Therefore, you bring this down, K is equal to Px by H bar. This already you have done in the previous equation. But in the side note, you write it for the teachers more than. Now, psi is equal to psi naught e to the power of minus I omega t. Differentiate with respect to time, d psi by dt is equal to, this is constant for you with the time now. Therefore, you get e to power of something into differential coefficient of t, that's something, right? This something just you are putting here, it will not change. But this is same as what? This. Therefore, d psi by dt is equal to psi minus, differentiate, you will get minus I omega. Therefore, d psi by dt is equal to minus I omega psi. Right? It's the second equation. You know Schrodinger time dependent equation, you know, I am writing it here. This I substitute. here. What do you get? I h bar minus I omega psi is equal to ditto. Then here what? I into I square minus I square h bar omega psi. This remains, it will not change. I square is what? Minus 1 h bar omega psi is equal to minus h square 2m d square psi by dx square plus v psi. But what is the value of omega? Omega is equal to E by h bar. I substitute here. What will happen? H bar E by h bar psi both get cancelled. Therefore, E psi is equal to this quantity plus V psi. You bring this side. Therefore, E minus V psi is equal to minus h bar square by 2m d square psi by dx square. Then cross multiply 2m by h bar square E minus V psi is equal to minus d square psi by dx square. Then what? You are bringing this side d square psi by dx square plus 2m by h square E minus V psi equal to 0. This can be written in a general equation because one variable, no, because not two variable, r and t, it is not depends on time. Partial I can change this to dou become d psi by dx square plus 2m by h bar square E minus V psi equal to 0. Then you see this can be written in three-dimensional form also. You can write d square psi by dx square, d square by y square, d square psi by dz square, and so on. You can do that. That is, use the Laplacian operator, right? 2m by h square E minus V psi equal to 0, or h bar is equal to h by 2 pi. If you substitute here and simple simplification, you are going to get del square psi plus 8 pi square m by h square 8 pi square m